Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Riceville, Iowa, and a special afternoon presentation of Northeast Iowa Conference Baseball. This game between Decorah and Charles City was scheduled for Charles City, but they had 7 inches of rain earlier in the week, and their field is not playable at the current time, so Riceville will host the matchup between these two longtime Northeast Iowa Conference rivals. Decorah comes in 2-6 overall, 2-6 in conference play, 9-7 overall. Charles City is 4-4 overall and 6-6 overall and 4-4 in conference play. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us for NEIC baseball this afternoon. This is the way the Vikings will come to the plate this afternoon. Leading off in center field, Joe Kanoki. Batting second and center field, Gabe Varney. Hitting third, the shortstop, Dawson Meyer. Batting fourth at first base is Jake Marlowe. Hitting fifth, the pitcher, Brandon Hogan. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Ian Smith. Batting seventh in right field, Trevor Phillips. Hitting eighth at third base is Ryan Thorston. And batting ninth in left field, Cole Minks. And that lineup will face junior right-hander Drew Mitchell. Mitchell at 1-3 with 4.94 ERA, making his sixth start. 17 innings, 16 hits, 12 earned runs, 18 walks, and 33 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .219 against him. Mitchell, the right-hander, will face the left-hand hitting Joe Kanoki, and our first pitch of the game is called a strike as we get going at 12:57, 0-1. Tyler Brockney in left, Brady Sickman in center, and Noah Schlater in right for Charles City. Jordan Capping playing third. At shortstop, Nate Lasher. The 0-1 delivery called a strike again, and it's 0-2 on Joe Kanoki. Theo Arndt at second, Wyatt Stevenson at first, Dylan Salinas behind the plate, and Drew Mitchell on the hill. The 0-2 delivery swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. No, he fouled it off. So Kanoki stays alive by getting a piece. No balls, 2 strikes, the count remains. And Mitchell delivers. The pitch swung on, a fly ball towards left field. Brockney is under it in medium depth left. He will make the catch for the first out here in the first inning. 1 down, nobody on, and Gabe Varney will be the batter for Decorah. Very nice afternoon, a cloudless blue sky. Temperature right around 80 degrees. Couldn't ask for a better afternoon to watch some baseball here this afternoon. Varney hitting .340 with a double, no triples, no home runs, and a team-leading 13 RBI. Left-hand hitter against the right-hander, Mitchell, and the pitch foul back. No balls and 1 strike. This field here at Riceville High School, 300 down the lines and 330 to straightaway center. Decent amount of foul territory room on up the lines, but not behind home plate as the breaking ball misses inside for 1 ball, 1 strike count on Varney. Capping playing a very shallow third base. He's in on the grass. Mitchell delivers, and the pitch swung on, sprayed towards the left side. Out is the shortstop, Lasher, and Lasher a step onto the outfield grass will make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, and the batter will be Dawson Meyer. No score here in the first inning. Dawson, a .295 hitter with a double, no triples, no home runs, and 7 RBI. Decorah and Charles City from Riceville this afternoon. Glad you're with us on AM 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. As the pitch goes low to Dawson Meyer, 1 ball, no strikes. Vikes in a bit of an offensive funk. They have scored in 1 of their last 18 innings. The 1-0 delivery low and in the dirt. Meyer had to skip rope to get out of the way of that one, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count. Mitchell wheels and deals. The pitch hit him in the back. It was a pitch up and in. Dawson tried to spin out of the way of it and takes one right around the 4 on the back of his uniform, and He becomes the game's first base runner. Jake Marlowe will stand in, runner at first. And 2 down here in the first inning of a scoreless game. Righty-righty matchup. Meyer off of first. The pause in the delivery. Swung on fly ball left field. Brockney had him played perfectly. He will make the catch to retire the side.
Yeah, Drew!
So, a hit, batter, and a man left. 1/2 inning complete. Decorah nothing. And Charles City coming to bat. And the Comets will bat this way. Leading off in left field, Tyler Brockney. Batting second, the shortstop, Nate Lasher. Hitting third in center field, Brady Sickman. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Drew Mitchell. Hitting fifth at second base, Theo Arndt. Hitting sixth at first base, Wyatt Stevenson. Jordan Capping will play third base and bat seventh. Noah Schlater is in right field, batting eighth. And batting ninth, Colton Slinger. Slinger will bat for the catcher, Dylan Salinas. And that lineup will face Brandon Hogan. Getting the start today for the men of Dennis Olenczak. Hogan is at 1-3 on the season, a 2.69 ERA. Fifth start, sixth appearance, 28 2/3 innings.
Yeah, thanks.
18 hits, 11 earned runs. 7 walks, 27 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 148 against him. He'll have this defense behind him. Cole Minks in left, Gabe Varney in center, and Trevor Phillips in right. Ryan Thorsten at third. At shortstop is Dawson Meyer. At second base, Joe Kanoki. And at first base is Jacob Marlowe. Ian Smith behind the plate and Brandon Hogan on the hill. Comets coming off a 4-1 loss at Owine the other night. Vikings on a 3-game losing streak. Comets on a 2-game losing streak. Both teams looking to right the ship on a Riceville, Iowa Friday afternoon. Righty-righty matchup to start out as Tyler Brockney stands in. He bunts quickly off the mound is Hogan. He'll field. He'll throw to first base. And the out recorded, 1 away here in the first inning. So Brockney with a nice idea, but Hogan with a nice job of being the fifth infielder. 1 down, nobody on. Nate Lasher will be the batter. Righty-righty matchup. The Comet shortstop stands in against Hogan.
Come on, Nate.
And the first offering is a strike. It's 0-1. Lasher, a 233 hitter, but he's a 410 on-base percentage guy. That's probably why he's this high in the lineup. The pitch swung on fly ball, shallow center. Coming in is Gabe Varney, who will make a two-handed catch in shallow center for the second out here in the first inning.
Come on, Brady.
So 2 down and nobody on. No score here in the first. Brady Sickman will be the batter. Sickman, a 286 hitter. No extra base hits and 5 RBI. First left-hand hitter that Hogan will face. Brandon's first offering to Sickman. Swung on and a looper out into shallow center field. That'll land for a base hit. So just like the first inning, or should I say the top of the first inning, the Vikes got a 2-out base runner, and the Comets do the same here in the bottom half of this frame. The batter will be Drew Mitchell, trying to help his own cause. Runner at first, 2 down. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Hogan delivers, and the pitch outside with the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Comets at 6-6 overall and 4-4 in conference play. Decorah 9-6 overall. 9-7 overall and 2-6 in conference play. Foul ball, third base side. Thorsten and Minks converging. Minks in foul ground will make the catch to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 1 inning complete, no score. Each team got a 2-out base runner in the first inning, but couldn't do anything with it. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Decorah in inning number 2. Brandon Hogan, Ian Smith, and Trevor Phillips. No score as we start the top half of inning number 2 on a Friday afternoon. This game being played in Riceville. as Charles City's field unplayable right now. Brandon Hogan, 294, 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 9 RBI. First pitch inside to Hogan, 1 ball, no strikes. Mitchell gets the target from Salinas, and the pitch, swinging a foul, third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking to Coach O a little bit before the game. He said back in the day, Decorah played Riceville quite a bit. And he used to have coaching matchups with Hall of Fame coach Dave Ripley. The 1-1 delivery, ground ball to the right side, picked up there by Theo Arndt. Soft toss over to first base, and Hogan retired 4-3, 1 down in the second inning. It's one of those things where you learn something new every day. Of course, Dave Ripley, known for some great wrestling programs over here in Riceville. I was not aware he was the baseball coach over here. Met Coach Ripley a couple years ago, and they brought him over for a Luther Dubuque wrestling duel as Ian Smith stands in. First offering taken a low, 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, 2 of his former wrestlers, John McGovern is the head coach at Dubuque, and Dave Mitchell, the head coach at Luther. Both former Riceville Wildcats. The 1-0 delivery, curve taken inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Ian Smith. Ian Smith, a .250 hitter, no extra base hits, and 6 RBIs on the season. Breeze blowing in straight from center field.
Here we go, Drew.
Just making it all that much more comfortable to watch baseball here on a Friday afternoon. 2-0 catches the corner outside edge on the breaking ball to the right-hand hitting Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Mitchell gets the target from Salinas, and the 2-1. Softly hit, rolled towards second, picked up there by Arndt. Soft toss over to first base, and Arndt retires the first 2 batters here in the second inning. So 2 down, nobody on.
Yeah, number
And
4.
Trevor Phillips, who is 0 for 20 on the season, will be the batter. Phillips, right-hand hitter against the right-hander. Mitchell, no score, top of the second inning. The pitch swung on, smack towards right, and a base hit. Trevor Phillips gets his first hit of the 2016 campaign. Trevor went the other way on the breaking ball and reaches with a 2-out single, the first hit for Decorah here in the second inning.
Get this one, Drew.
2 down, runner at first for Ryan Thorsten. Scoreless game here in the second. Ryan, 11 for 32, calculating out to 344, and he has 5 RBIs on the season. Breaking ball for a strike from Mitchell. No balls and 1 strike. Short lead at first base by Phillips, held on there by Stevenson. The 0-1 delivery inside with the fastball. It's 1-1 on Thorsten. Ryan, the number 8 hitter in the Decorah lineup. A lead at first by Phillips. The pause by Mitchell. The 1-1 delivery fouled right side and out of play. The Charles City is the home team, as they were supposed to be today. So Decorah wearing their visiting blues. They will play a JV game after this one, and also had a 9th grade doubleheader over here, did Decorah this morning. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The 1-2 delivery outside.
All right, Drew.
Tried the breaking ball and missed, and it's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the second inning. No score to Decorah and Charles City. Both teams trying to get back on track. Decorah on a 3-game losing streak. Charles City on a 2-game losing streak. And a balk is going to be called on Mitchell. Mitchell came set and quick pitched Thorsten that time. He came set and did not pause for the required 1 second. Denny Brodbeck, the base umpire, right on the call. So now Thorsten will bat with a runner in scoring position. A 2-2 from Mitchell to Thorsten. Here it is, the pitch high, and it gets by Salinas and back to the backstop, so Phillips will move up on the wild pitch. It's now 3-2 on Thorsten, so a single, a balk, and a wild pitch puts the first runner of the day at third base. And now Salinas will go out and talk to Mitchell. Perhaps those two were crossed up. Maybe they were using a different set of signals with the runner at second base. Mitchell will work out of the stretch with the runner at third and 2 down. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Thorsten. The pitch outside corner, strike 3 called. So 1 hit, 1 left, an inning and a half complete. It is Decorah nothing and Charles City nothing. Theo Arndt will start things in the second inning for Charles City. Scoreless game, bottom of the second. Hogan's first offering is a curveball fouled away to Arndt. No balls and 1 strike. Arndt, 333, 1 double, no triple, no home runs, and 4 RBIs. Hogan had a 6-pitch first inning, and a breaking ball is a 1-hopper right back to Hogan. He'll run over towards first and give Marlowe an underhand toss, and the out recorded 1-3, 1 down here in the second inning. 1 down, nobody on, no score, second inning. Wyatt Stevenson is the freshman first baseman. Stevenson 1 for 1 on the season. And the first offering is a breaking ball in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch slowly hit to the right side. It's picked up there by Marlowe. He'll field and give an underhand toss to Hogan, and safe is going to be the call. Stevenson will reach as Marlowe went after that ball. I didn't think he probably realized how much the ball would get slowed down by the grass here. It wasn't a good throw by Marlowe, and it's an E3, so 1 on, 1 out. And a curveball goes high to Jordan Capping to start this at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes.
Go, Noah.
The fastball goes up, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Defense has been a bit of an adventure for Decorah as of late. They had 4 errors the other night against North Fayette Valley. Their actual pitching stats have been pretty good this year. As that one looped out in the left center field, it will be a base hit. Stopping at second will be Stevenson. First and second with 1 down here in the second inning. And the batter will be Noah Schlater. Comets with their first scoring threat. Schlater 5 for 23, calculating out to 217. He does have an RBI on the season. Stevenson, the runner at second, Capping the runner at first. First pitch from Hogan, swung on, popped up, foul territory right side. Marlowe and Phillips coming over. Phillips will make the catch and foul ground. Stevenson will tag and advance to third. Now nobody hits the cutoff man, so Capping will head to second base. So second and third with 2 down, it'll be Phillips made the catch in foul territory. A heads-up play by Stevenson to move to third base, but on Phillips's return throw, the cutoff man wasn't hit, so a heads-up play by Capping to move to second base. As the batter will be Colton Slinger. He'll look at the first pitch inside, 1 ball, no strike. Second and third, 2 down. No score, bottom of the second inning. Hogan trying to pitch out of a headache here in this frame as a curveball goes low. 2 balls, no strikes, and this is the number 9 batter. You definitely don't want to lose him here to bring up the top of the order. 2-0 delivery, swung on and missed. Good breaking ball down and away to the right hand hitting Slinger. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Pause by Brannon and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle to his left is Dawson Meyer, and he'll have trouble fielding the hop. An E6 will allow the runner to reach and a run to score. It's 1-0 Charles City. Meyer moved to his left to field the hop. It got into his glove, but after it did so, it dropped out of his glove, so 2 errors in the inning lead to the first Comet run of the game. And Tyler Brockney will be the batter. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning. The pitch goes low. The runner at first takes off Slinger, and he'll take second uncontested. So it's 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler Brockney. And now a second and third 2-out situation. You go back to the last ground ball to Meyer as the pitch goes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. If you hit the cutoff man on that foul out with the runner trying to get to third, Capping stays at first base, and that's an easy force play at second, and you're out of the inning. Pitch swung on and missed by Brockney. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So we've talked about it a lot this year. Little things mean a lot. When you don't do those little things, you're going to have trouble. There's another curveball swung on and missed. It's two balls and 2 strikes the count. And actually, that must have been strike 3. As both teams going in and out. So that's that here in the second inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 runners left, or 2 innings complete. It is the Comets leading the Vikings 1-0. Comets get a run with the help of 2 Viking errors in the bottom of the second. They lead it 1-0. Cole Minks starts things here in the third. First pitch is well outside and all the way back to the screen from Drew Mitchell. 1 ball, no strikes. Vikes got a runner to third in the second inning, but all the activity happened with 2 outs. 1-0 from Drew Mitchell, and the pitch is up, and did it hit him? Yes, it did. So Mitchell hits his second man as Minks reaches first base, becoming the first Viking batter to reach with less than 2 outs in the game. Joe Kanoki will stand in. He flew out to left his first time up. And a move to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Minks as he started to take his lead without Mitchell being on the rubber yet. Capping will play up at third. Stevenson holds the runner on at first. Left-hand hitter Kanoki into that side of the box. Taken off is Minks. Pitch high. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Minks steals second. It's a 1-0 count on Kanoki. And he'll now bat with a runner in scoring position. It's the first time the Vikes have had a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. As you would expect, since Minks was the first pre-2-out batter. As Kanoki bunts up the third base side foul. It is 1 ball, 1 strike count on Joe. Minks, the number 9 hitter, got on with the hit by pitch. He's done a pretty good job of getting on base this year. Getting on at a .396 clip. A ball and a strike count. Minks away from second. The pause by Mitchell, and now he'll whirl and bluff Minks back to the bag even though nobody was covering. 1-1. Low and in the dirt. No sign of bunting that time from Kanoki. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The pause by Mitchell. A look at second. The 2-1. Swung out fly ball center field. And Sickman is there to make the catch. 1 away here in inning number 3. Sickman had him played darn near perfectly. And Gabe Varney will stand in. Runner at second, 1 down. 1-0 lead for Charles City here in the third. Varney popped to short his first time up in the first, 0 for 1. Left-hand hitter against the right-hander, Mitchell, and Varney swings and misses. He was late on a Mitchell fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Mitchell is set, a look at second. The 0-1 offering. Missed outside with the breaking ball. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitchell ready, 1-1. Low and in the dirt. Salinas a nice stop to his left. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Away from second is Minks. Mitchell comes to a belly button high set against his body in the 2-1. Swung on and fouled at the plate. On the breaking ball is... It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gabe Varney. Varney steps out of the box, takes the helmet off for a second, puts it back on. Enters the left-hand side of the box. Salinas flashes the sign from Mitchell. He'll come set, look at second, the 2-2. Ground ball to the left side. Picked up there by Lasher. He'll throw on to first base to retire Varney. Minks stays put at second. So 2 down and a runner at second for Dawson Meyer. 1-0 Charles City.
Come on, Drew!
On 2 Decorah errors in the bottom of the second inning. Meyer was hit by a pitch in the first. One of 2 hit batters that Mitchell has had through the first 2 2/3. Mitchell comes set and the pitch outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Makes away from second. The pause, the 0-1. Swung on, and a little looper out into left center field. That'll land for a base hit. Minks will stop at third as the throw gets away to the plate. It's retrieved by Mitchell. The throw getting away will allow Meyer to move to second base. A single to left for Meyer. Brockney got to the plate quickly. That's why Coach O stopped Minks at third base. But heads up by Meyer taking that extra base, noticing the throw getting away.
Here we go, Drew!
Near third base and home plate. Second and third, 2 down for Jake Marlew, lined out to left his first time up. First pitch grounded towards short. Fielded there by Lasher. Throw to first base, and Marlew retired, as are the Vikings in the third inning. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left, 2.5 complete. Charles City leading 1-0. Bottom of the third inning we go. 1-0 Charles City. Later on tonight, we'll have Decorah Vikings softball on the air. The Vikings against Charles City from Charles City. We'll make our way down Highway 218 for that one. Our coverage will begin at approximately 7:15. Next week, Viking baseball on Monday night against New Hampton. It'll be softball Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, and baseball Friday night. Complete schedule available online in the sports section of KDUCRadio.com. 2, 3, and 4 due for Charles City here in the third. Nate Lasher, Brady Sickman, Drew Mitchell. And the first pitch inside to Lasher. 1 ball, no strikes. Lasher flew out to center his first time up. Comets leading 1-0. 2 Viking errors leading to the run in the inning as the pitch high and tight, and Lasher gets hit. Lasher was moving the arms back to try to get out of the way and gets hit with the pitch in the upper arm area. Runner at first, nobody out. Brady Sickman, the batter, he got a single to center in the first, 1 for 1. Hogan moved to first base, and Lasher back to the bag diving. Thorsten in on the grass at third. Marlowe holds the runner on at first. Hogan delivers. Pitch bunted up the first base side. Hogan will field. Give an underhand toss to Marlowe. Sacrifice complete. 1-3. So Lazar will move up to second base with one down, and Drew Mitchell will try to help his own cause. Mitchell fouled out to left in the first, 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup with a runner at second and one down in the third inning of a 1-0 lead for Charles City. The pitch, a strike to Mitchell, 0-1. Pitch up, missed on the fastball. 1-1 the count from Brandon Hogan. The pause, the 1-1 delivery. Fastball up again. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. The 2-1 delivery. Caught the corner on the breaking ball outside edge. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The runner at second is Lazar with 1 down. Hogan comes set. The 2-2 offering swung on and a blooper out into shallow center field. Underneath it is Varney. He will make the catch. Lazar tags, but no go at second.
Here we go, Theo.
2 down and a runner at second, and Theo Arndt with a 2-out RBI opportunity chance for Charles City. Arndt grounded back to Hogan in the second inning. Arndt left-hand batter against the right-hander Hogan. Runner at second is Lazar. And the pitch. Breaking ball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Comets trying to get over the 500 mark on the season. Pitch swung on and missed. Healthy cut, no contact from Arndt. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hogan, the sign from Smith. The pause, the 1-1. Sliced into left field. That'll land in front of Minks for a base hit. Stopping at third is the runner Lazar. So Arndt with the hit. The third off of Hogan in 2 2/3, and the inning will continue for Wyatt Stevenson. Stevenson started the rally in the bottom of the second inning by reaching on an error. He scored the game's run as Slinger reached on an error with 2 outs. 1-0 Charles City here in the third. Runner takes off, pitch taken low, and Smith is going to eat that pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Away from second, Arndt. Away from third is Lazar. Hogan out of the stretch, the 1-0 delivery. Good breaking ball taken for a strike to the right hand hitting Stevenson. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Comets left 2 on last inning and 1 in the first. The pitch swung on, sliced down the left field line. It'll be a foul ball. Minks will hustle after it, but can't quite get there. As we talked about it earlier, not a ton of room behind home plate in foul territory, but a decent amount up both lines. This is probably a park where you can't give up on a foul ball as quickly as others. Ground ball hit towards third. Fielded there by Thorsten. He'll toss it across the diamond, and the out recorded and the side retired. 1 hit batter, 2 left. 3 innings complete. Charles City leading Decorah 1-0. Comets lead it 1-0.
Come on, Drew.
2 errors lead to the Comet run in the bottom of the second inning.
Here we go, Drew.
Brandon Hogan, Ian Smith, and Trevor Phillips in the third for Decorah to face Drew Mitchell. He's given up 2 hits, hit 2 batters, hasn't walked anybody, and struck out 1. His 40th pitch of the game is popped up by Hogan, right side. In foul ground, Mitchell will make the catch, and there's 1 down here in the 4th inning. 1 pitch, 1 out, as Hogan is now 0 for 2. And the batter will be Ian Smith, who grounded to second in the second inning, 0 for 1. So the Vikes continuing their offensive slump. They've scored in a total of 1 inning in the last 8 days. The pitch, breaking ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. They scored in the 4th inning against Walk-On last Friday night. Did not score again till the 2 spot in the 4th inning against North Fayette Valley on Wednesday night. 1-0 delivery is taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes on Smith.
Here we go, Drew.
2-0 in there for a strike as Smith was taken all the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Decent crowd on hand for 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Maybe some folks had some comp time they could take from their employers today. The 2-1 outside on a breaking ball. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. No better
Here we go, Drew.
excuse to play hooky than to watch some baseball. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch low and in the dirt for ball 4. So Smith will head down to first base, and Cameron Korsnes will get his courtesy down there.
All right, Drew, come on.
Korsnes at first, 1 down. And the batter is Trevor Phillips. Phillips got his first hit of the season back in the 2nd inning, a 2-out single to right. He ended up getting stranded at 3rd after a balk and a wild pitch. Capping up at 3rd, pitched from Mitchell to Phillips, swung on a fly ball out to right field. Coming in is Noah Schlater. He will make a 2-handed grab in shallow to medium depth right field for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down for Ryan Thorsten, who struck out looking to end the 2nd 0 for 1. 1-0 Charles City here in the top half of the 4th inning. Moved to first base and back to the bag diving is Korsnes. The pitch to Ryan. Ground ball to the left side. Fielded there by Lazar, who'll wind up and throw to first base. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag, and Stevenson dropped it. Now Korsnes is trying to get to 3rd, and he will be retired at 3rd. Picking up the ball was Stevenson, and he threw it across the diamond. The throw beat Korsnes by plenty. Coach O thought he had slid around the slide, but apparently he did not. So a walk, an error, and 1 man left. We are halfway home in this Northeast Iowa Conference game. It's 1-0 Charles City. 1-0 Charles City as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Brandon Hogan has given up an unearned run on 3 hits. He hasn't walked anybody. He's hit 1 and struck out 1 thus far. He's thrown 39 pitches through his 3 innings of work, a very decent total. It'll be at the bottom 3rd of the order for the Comets here in the 4th inning. Jordan Capping single to left in the 2nd, 1 for 1. Capping bats from the right-hand side against the right-hander Hogan. 1-0 Charles City leads here in the bottom of the 4th as the pitch, a breaking ball, and ducked under it. 1 ball, no strikes. And that ball was in the batter's box, and the 1-0 swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler Downing, the head coach for the Comets, was telling Capping to wear that, because if he doesn't get out of the way, he's sitting at first base right now. The 1-1 delivery, breaking ball inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Technically, he would be standing at first base, but the overall point is hopefully understood. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out here in the 4th inning. The 1-2 smack towards shallow left center field. Backing up was Dawson Meyer, and he'll make the catch.
Here we go,
Dawson just was making sure he timed that one correctly, and he was able to do it. And that's the first out here in the fourth inning. One down, nobody on for Noah Schlater. Schlater fouled out to right in the second inning. 0 for 1. A momentary delay as the bag was a little loose at third base. Tyler Downing doing some maintenance across the way, and now Bryce Conway, the athletic director here at Riceville, is going to bring the piece of equipment out to make sure the bag is in securely. Of course, Bryce, a pretty good baseball guy. Many of you will recognize that name from Lansing Key back in the day. Now the athletic director over here at Riceville. The reason this is a 1 o'clock start is Riceville's got a home game here this afternoon, and this is a field without lights. As is the case with a lot of 1A schools, but you know what? It's sometimes not bad getting done with your afternoons early. As work continues on the third base end of things, you got Coach Conway doing his work. You got Tyler Downing doing his work. Peter Broom was supervising the whole thing, and now Broom behind home plate, Conway off the field. Coach Downing even gets the uniform dirty on a Friday afternoon, as the batter will be Schlater. He grounds one towards the left side, gets by Thorsten. It's fielded at short by Meyer. A throw to first base, and a bang-bang play retires Schlater. And there's 2 down here in the fourth inning. This is a long grass infield, and it is an infield that does slow down the ball. And I'd imagine it's taken some getting used to for both these teams. 2 down, and Colton Slinger will be the batter. He reached on an error with 2 outs to allow a run to score in the second inning, and a fastball high and tight hit Slinger. That'll be the second hit batter of the day for Brandon Hogan. And that'll give the top of the order a chance with Tyler Brockney. 1-0 Charles City in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brockney up for the third time. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to the pitcher in the first, struck out swinging in the second. Runner takes off, pitch a strike. Smith's throw down to second base a little late. So Slinger steals second. It's 0-1 on Brockney, and he'll bat now with the runner in scoring position. The Comets got their run in the second inning with 2 outs. The pause by Hogan. 2 looks out of a chest high set, and a ground ball towards third. It's booted there by Thorsten, and everyone's going to be safe.
Here we go, Nate.
Third error of the day on Decorah, as Slinger stayed at second base with the play right in front of him. 1 ball, or first and second with 2 down, and Nate Lazar will be the batter. Flew out to center in the first, hit by a pitch in the third. Hogan comes set, and the pitch, ground ball up the middle. Dawson Meyer will field right near the bag and tags the bag a second and a half in front of Brockney to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. Comets have left 7 through 4. We go to the fifth. It's 1-0 Charles City.
Come on, Drew.
Top of the fifth inning we go. 9-1-2 due for Decorah. Drew Mitchell shutting out the Vikings on 2 hits thus far. Comets with 3 hits. Decorah with 3 errors, and then the Comets with 2. So it hasn't been all that great a baseball played on either side, but the Comets do have the lead.
Here we go, Drew!
Drew Mitchell, 47 pitches through 4 innings, a definite respectful total as Minks hits a ground ball towards third. Backhand stop made there by Capping. He drops it. He throws to first base, and it's late. So Camping fielded the ground ball on the backhand, but in the transfer between glove and hand, dropped the ball, picked it up, threw across the diamond. Minks beat it out. E5 will allow Minks to be at first base with nobody out, and the batter will be Joe Kanoki. Third error of the day for the Comets to go along with 3 errors by Decorah thus far. Kanoki squares to bunt, does so right in front of the plate. Mitchell will look at second. He'll throw to first base, and the throw is wild and up the first base side. To third will go Minks. To second will go Kanoki. So a sacrifice and an E1 puts runners at second and third with nobody out. And a big chance here for Gabe Varney. Varney is 0 for 2, popped to short in the first, grounded to short in the third. Infield up at the corners, back up the middle. And Mitchell will work out of the stretch with the second and third situation with nobody out. 1-0 Charles City, but the Vikes by far with their best chance of the day as the fastball goes high to Varney. 1 ball, no strikes. Minks third. Kanoki second. The pause by Mitchell, the 1-0. Swung on, driven towards center field. Retreating is Stickman. He will make the catch. Minks will tag. The throw to the plate. There won't be one. The throw was cut off. And it ends up being a double play at second base. I thought Kanoki had tagged. He did not. Varney will end up getting credit for a sacrifice fly as Minks scored, but Kanoki did not tag, and he ends up being out at second base for the second out of the inning. So it'll be an 8-3-4 put out for the second out of the inning. And Dawson Meyer will stand in and hit a ground ball to third, fielded there by Capping, throws on to first base to retire the side. So a second and third.
You're all right, Drew.
With nobody out, only results in one run, but it's the first run of the day for Decorah. 1 run, 0 hits, 2 errors, and nobody left. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It is a 1-1 game, Decorah and Charles City. Brady Sickman will lead things off here in the 5th inning. Both teams have been generous to the other teams, as multiple errors have led to runs for the other squad. It's a 1-1 game as Hogan starts. Sickman with the pitch high, 1 ball, no strike. Sickman a single to center in the first, a sacrifice in the third. 1-0 delivery, grounded slowly towards third, takes a funny hop, and it's fielded by Thorsten. A throw to first base is late. And an infield hit for Sickman puts him on first with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And the batter will be Drew Mitchell. Mitchell fouled out to left in the first and flew out to center in the third. A runner at first, nobody out. 5th inning, 1-1 game. Pitch low, runner goes, throw down to second base is late. So Sickman with a steal of second, and it's a 1-0 count on Drew Mitchell trying to help his own cause. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. The Comets trying to get back the run they gave up in the top half of this frame. 2 Comet errors led to the Decorah run in the 5th. 2 Decorah errors led to the Comet run in the 2nd. The pause by Hogan, chest high, and the 1-0 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Mitchell. 1-1 with nobody out.
Here we go, Drew.
Mitchell from the right-hand side of the plate. The pause by Hogan. 2 looks at second, the 1-1. Ground ball. It gets by Hogan. It's fielded at short by Dawson Meyer. It goes underneath his glove. Now the runner trying to get to third. Dawson's throw is wild. In safely at third is Sickman. And it's first and third with nobody out. E6 on Meyer will put runners at the corners.
Come on, Theo.
And
Find a hole, bud.
a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher.
Woo.
That will be Drew Korish at first base. So runners at the corners and nobody out. And the batter will be Theo Arndt. Arndt grounded back to the pitcher in the first, single to the left in the third. Hogan working out of the stretch with runners at the corners. Korish will lead at first base. Hogan comes to a chest-high set. Runner will take off, pitch a strike. Smith's throw down to second is cut off in front of the bag by Kanoki. So stealing second is Korish. Staying at third is Sickman. It's no balls and one strike on Arndt. And he bats with the runners at second and third. And nobody out. No balls, one strike to count. The 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul back to the screen as now all four Decorah infielders come up.
Here we go, Theo. Come on, bud.
0-2 the count on Arndt. Hogan has one strikeout right now. He could sure use one here as the pitch swung on and missed as Arndt chased one out of the zone, a high fastball away. And that's the first out of the inning. Infield still up, one down, runners at second and third. 1-1 game in the fifth. Wyatt Stevenson has reached on an error and scored in the second and grounded to third in the third. First offering swung on and a little looper. Retreating is Joe Kanoki. He will make the catch and the runners will stay put. And there are two down in the inning. So a couple of big outs right there. Now the defense can play back at their normal positions. Two down. Runners at second and third, and the batter will be Jordan Capping. Capping single to left in the second, popped to short in the fourth. Capping looks at a strike, nothing in one. So Hogan trying to pitch out of a big-time headache here in the third inning, or in the fifth inning. 1-1 game. The pause by Hogan, the 1-0 swung on, popped up on the infield right side. Marlowe at first base calls and catches, and the Vikes get out of it. A big-time threat for Charles City, but nothing on the board. One hit, one error, two left. We head to the sixth inning. We are tied at 1. A 1-1 game as we go to the sixth inning. It's been the generosity defensively of both teams that have led to the other team's run. Two Comet errors led to the Vikings' run in the fifth. Two Decorah errors led to the Comet run in the second inning. Comets have had multiple opportunities. They've left 9 runners on through 5 innings. Jacob Marlowe starts the sixth, and the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Marlowe lined to left in the first, grounded to short in the third. 1-0 delivery is low and in the dirt, and off the mask of the home plate umpire, Peter Broom.
You're right, Drew. Come on.
2 balls, no strikes the count on a gorgeous afternoon for baseball here in Riceville. Righty-righty matchup to start the sixth inning. Mitchell ready in the 2-0. Curveball outside. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Hogan and Smith will follow here in the sixth. And the pitch taking all the way is Marlowe, and Jake takes the strike. It's 3-1. Pitch count very manageable right now for Mitchell. This is his 57th offering as that one sliced into right center field. It'll be a base hit, and it's going all the way to the gap. Marlowe with a bit of a hesitation getting to the ball quickly out in right field with Slater. The relay throw not in time. Marlowe will get a double to start things here in the sixth. So a runner at second.
Focus on the batter. Let's go.
And nobody out, and Brandon Hogan will be the batter. And Marlowe will get lifted for a pinch runner. It appears Bryce Hosting is coming into the game as the pinch runner. He will be at second with nobody out. As the change is made, Coach Olenzak with a couple of words of instruction and or encouragement to Brandon Hogan as he stands in to the right-hand batter's box. 1-1 game here in the sixth. Runner at second. Nobody out for Decorah. Hogan is grounded to second in the second and fouled to the pitcher in the fourth. The pause. Hogan squares to bunt. The pitch taken high. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Up on the grass at first is Stevenson, even with the bag at third is Capping. And now Mitchell steps off the rubber. Hosting away from second base. And the 1-0 in there for a strike as Hogan showed no sign of bunting that time. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The pause, the 1-1. Pushed it right back to the mound. Mitchell will field. He'll throw to first base. It's a bit of a high throw, but gloved there by Theo Arndt. Sacrifice good 1-4. And up to third will go Hosting. And the batter will be Ian Smith. Runner at third, 1 down. Infield up for Charles City. Smith grounded to second in the second and walked in the fourth. Up again here in the sixth in a 1-1 game. Hosting the pinch runner for Marlowe at third. Mitchell working out of the stretch. Pitch to Ian, low and away. Nice stop by Salinas, moving to his right to make sure that ball doesn't go to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Key moment in this game. The pause. And the 1-0 delivery is up again. It's 2 balls, no strikes with Trevor Phillips on deck. Vikes trying to get a crooked number on the board. The pause, the 2-0. Swung on, a looper out into center field. It'll land for a base hit. Hosting will score on the RBI single by Ian Smith. And Decorah takes a 2-1 lead. Ian Smith with a 1-out RBI single. Korsness will get his courtesy at first base. And Trevor Phillips will be the batter. Phillips with a couple of good at-bats thus far. A single to right in the second and a fly out to right in the fourth. Korsness the lead at first base. The pitch to Trevor's low and away. Salinas got in front of it. 1 ball, no strikes. Ian Smith now with 7 RBI on the season. Good to see Trevor willing to go the other way with a few pitches. The pause, the 1-0 delivery is low and in the dirt. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Trevor sometimes gets in that habit of wanting to pull everything. He's done a good job of taking what the pitcher gives him in the first 2 at-bats. 2-0 delivery, caught the corner outside edge.
Here we go, Drew.
And it's 2-1 on Phillips with Thorsten to follow. Decorah with a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning on an Ian Smith single to score Bryce Hosting, the pinch runner for Jacob Marlowe, who led off the inning with the double. 2-1 inside corner with the fastball. It's taken for strike 2. It's 2-2. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson with you from Riceville this afternoon. Decorah and Charles City playing here due to the unplayable conditions in Charles City. The pitch swung on and missed. Phillips down on strikes. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Ryan Thorsten. He struck out looking in the second, reached on an error in the fourth. So he's officially 0 for 2. That strikeout a moment ago from Mitchell, his second strikeout of the day. Actually, Thorsten is going to get lifted for a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter will be Andy Lilligraven.
Come on, Drew.
Lilligraven will bat from the right-hand side with Korsness at first running for Smith. 2 down in the inning and a 2-1 lead for the Vikings. Lilligraven 0 for 6 on the varsity. Andy looks at the first pitch for a strike at the knees to the right-hand hitter. No balls and 1 strike. Comets will have 8, 9, and 1 due in the home half of the 6th. Mitchell will come set. 0-1 delivery outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike now on Andy Lilligraven. Korsness, a 3-stride lead at first base, held on there by Stevenson. Mitchell in for a long sign from Salinas. He'll come set, and the 1-1 delivery is low and away to the Decorah sophomore. It is 2 balls and 1 strike on Andy. Andy's gotten the start as the DH a couple of times this week. 2 balls, 1 strike count. The pitch, curveball low. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike with Minks waiting his turn on deck. A 2-1 Decorah lead. Vikings trying to get to double digits in victories and trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Lilligraven. Softly hit third base side. Capping will field in front of the bag. He'll throw on to first base to get Lilligraven, and that will be that here in the 6th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Out of the 6th we go. It is a Decorah lead of 2-1. Noah Schlater, Colton Slinger. Then the top of the order, and Tyler Brockney due against Brandon Hogan in inning number 6. Hogan throws the first one high. 1 ball, no strike. Schlater 0 for 2. Foul to right in the 2nd. Grounded to short in the 4th. 2-1 Decorah as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0 delivery inside again. It is 2 balls and no strikes. 61 pitches for Hogan. He's hit a couple of guys. He's struck out 2 and he's walked 0. And he's given up 4 hits to this point. Pitch swung out and missed. Hard fastball down and away. To the right hand hitting Schlater, it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Hogan ready, the 2-1 offering, swung on, popped up on the infield. Calling at second base is Joe Kanoki, and he will make the catch on the grass, shy of the infield dirt. 1 away here in the 6th inning, and Colton Slinger will be the batter. He's been on base twice, reached on an error in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 4th. Neither team has played good defense today. Both teams with 4 errors as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-1 Decorah as we play the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Ian Smith RBI single scored the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. Pitch swung on, popped up left side. Meyer out, Minks in, Minks charging in, and will make a chest-high 2-handed catch in shallow right, or shallow left that is, for the 2nd out of the inning. Hogan is yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. He'll try to retire Tyler Brockney for his first one today. Brockney up for the 4th time. He's 0 for 3, did reach on an error once. First pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded to the pitcher in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 2nd, and reached on an error in the 4th. 1-0 delivery, swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gorgeous afternoon for baseball here in Riceville. 1-1 delivery, curveball grounded foul, past Coach Downing in the third base box. It's 1-2. This is the 2nd time of the last decade a Decorah-Charles City matchup has been on a neutral field. If you recall back to 2008, it was played at Nashua Plainfield. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a pop-up right side foul territory. Out is Marlowe, over is Phillips. Phillips will dive but can't quite get there, so new life for Tyler Brockney. There have been a few times where the Comet Field has been unplayable that they have played the Decorah Charles City game in Decorah, even the one that Charles City was supposed to host. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hogan ready. Kicks and deals in the pitch. Ground ball foul. This time Coach Downing will be able to knock down the ball. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tyler Brockney. 2-1 Decorah here in the 6th. 1-2 again from Hogan. Swinging a foul over our heads there on the first base side. Our vantage point right above home plate and slightly up the first base side. Probably can't get a heck of a lot closer in a crow's nest than you are here in Riceville. The 1-2 delivery curveball swung on, fouled back as Brockney did a good job of protecting that time, fouling off his 4th pitch with 2 strikes. 2-1 Decorah here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hogan ready, and the 1-2 offering. Changeup swung on and missed. A foul tip into the glove of Ian Smith. Good battle, but Hogan wins the war. 3 up, 3 down. 7th inning we go. It is Decorah leading Charles City by a 2-1 margin. A 2-1 lead for Decorah as we go to the 7th inning. Vikes take the lead on an RBI single by Ian Smith to score Bryce Hosting, who was pinch running for Jacob Marlowe, who doubled to start the 6th inning. Vikes got their other run on a Gabe Varney sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. Comets got their run courtesy of 2 Decorah errors in the 2nd inning. Neither team can brag about the defense today. 4 errors aside. And another thing that would give Charles City some heartburn, they have left 9 runners on today. Decorah has had a few more chances as well. They have left 6 runners on today as Cole Minks bunts up the 3rd place side. It is capping, charging, throwing to first base, not in time. Cole Minks with a bunt single to start things here in the 7th inning as the Vikes look for some insurance. And the batter will be Joe Kanoki. Kanoki flew out to left in the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd, and sacrificed a runner-up, but reached on an error in the 5th. So he's officially 0 for 2, capping, expecting bunt again at 3rd. And the pitch high pops out of the glove of Salinas, so hustling up to 2nd will be Cole Minks.
Let's go.
That'll be a pass ball on Salinas as that one was right in his mitt. And he wasn't able to corral it. 1-0 the count. Mitchell set. Now Stevenson will play up at 1st, and Capping will play back at 3rd. Kanoki squares to bunt and bunts it foul towards the 3rd base Decorah dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Kanoki. It was a bunt single by Minks that got him on, and a pass ball gets him to 2nd base. It's 1-1 on Kanoki with Varney on deck. These 2 teams will play a JV game following this one as Kanoki bunts. It's a nice one up the first base side. Stevenson picks up, throws to first base. Collision at first. The ball is dropped, heading to the plate, and scoring is Minks as Kanoki gets the bunt down, and it's now a 3-1 ball game. So sacrifice for Kanoki, and the error on the drop by Arndt will allow Minks to score from 2nd. It's a 2-run advantage for Decorah, and Gabe Varney will step in trying to give the Vikes some more comfort as a move to first base will send Kanoki back to the bag. There was a collision at first base between Kanoki and Arndt, and that collision allowed Arndt to reach as Varney bunts right in front of the plate. Barehand pickup made by Salinas, throws to first base, and the throw is wild and up the line. Chugging to 3rd will be Kanoki, and it's 1st and 3rd with nobody out for Decorah.
Gotta make it throws.
A sacrifice, an E2, will put runners at the corners with nobody out, and the batter will be Dawson Meyer. Infield up at all 4 spots for the Comets, with the Vikes leading by a 3-1 margin. Meyer hit by a pitch in the first, single to left in the third, grounded to third in the fifth, and the bluff to third, fake to first move from the pitch is in there, but low, 1 ball and no strikes. The pause and the pitch swung on and missed at a curveball from Mitchell, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike count. One and 1 the count on Meyer with nobody out. A lead at first by Varney, a lead at third by Kanoki, and now Mitchell steps off. And now Tyler Downing will head out and talk to Mitchell. As the Comet defense has let him down once again here in the 7th inning. 6 errors on the day for Charles City. A couple of good bunts laid down by Decorah, and the execution just wasn't there to get outs for Charles City. Decorah with a 3-1 advantage here in the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 count on Dawson Meyer. And now Downing will make his way back to the first base dugout for Charles City. Runners and hitters discussing things with Coach O in the third base box. Assistant Coach Ryan Hogan will head back to the first base box, and everybody back in place. We're set to play ball. 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody out. 1-1 delivery to Meyer, catches the corner outside edge. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dawson Meyer. Varney away from first, Kanoki off of third. Quick move to first base, back to the bag, diving is Varney. One and 2 on Meyer. Good lead at first base again by Varney. 1-2 delivery. Varney takes off. Check swing. The batter went around. Varney's going to take second base. He'll be there with 1 down. No throw was made by Salinas that time, and Jake Marlowe will bat with runners at second and third. Marlowe 1 for 3. He's had 2 pretty good swings. A line out to left in the first. A ground out to short in the third. He doubled to right, and his pinch runner, Bryce Hostings, scored in the 6th inning. And Coach Downing out to have a conversation with the infield and battery. Probably a little bit of a strategic conversation here in case Decorah puts down a bunt. With the way the Comets have struggled to defend the bunt, it's probably something that's at least on the mind of Coach O in the third base box. Granted, you got a guy like Marlowe who's had pretty good swings at the plate. So this is why coaches earn their paychecks, and now they're going to put Marlowe on via an intentional pass. The bases will be loaded with 1 down for Brandon Hogan. And now Coach O will take an offensive timeout to have a conversation with Hogan. Hogan grounded to second in the 2nd. Fouled to the pitcher in the 4th and sacrificed a runner-up in the run-scoring 6th inning. It's a 3-1 lead for Decorah as we play the top half of the 7th inning. Bases loaded, 1 down, infield up at all 4 spots for Charles City. Mitchell delivers in the pitch, ground ball left side. Lazar's going to pick it up. He'll throw to the plate, and it's in time to force Kanoki. A fielder's choice 6-2 forces Kanoki, moves Varney to third and Marlowe to second. And Ian Smith, who put the Vikings ahead in his last at-bat, will stand in. Andrew Benelli will be the courtesy runner for Hogan at first. Smith grounded to second in the second, walked in the fourth, and had an RBI single to center in the sixth. At the time, it put Decorah up 2-1. Vikes now up 3-1. As Smith hits a ground ball to short, and Lazar, he'll throw the short way to second base to force Benelli and the side here in the seventh inning.
Good job, Nate!
So one run out of all that, one hit, 2 errors, the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom half of the seventh inning. Decorah leading Charles City 3-1. Brandon Hogan has given up one unearned run and 4 hits through his 6 innings thus far. He has thrown 73 pitches. He will face hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Comet lineup here in the 7th inning. Lasher, Sickman, and Mitchell. Hogan throws a curve for a strike, 0-1. Hogan has set down 6 in a row since Mitchell reached on an error in the 5th inning. That was an inning in which Charles City had second and third and nobody out and did not score. Breaking ball taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comets have left 9 men on today and they trail it by 2. They've also committed 6 errors. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. The pitch swung on, drive right center field. It'll land in front of Varney for a base hit. So Lazar reaches to start the 7th inning.
Come on, Drew.
And now the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Brady Sickman. Sickman, a single to center in the first, sacrificed a runner-up in the third, and an infield hit in the 5th. 3-1 Decorah, bottom of the 7th. Hogan back to the stretch. Sickman from the left-hand side of the plate will look at a strike, 0-1. Lazar's now been on base twice today. Sickman's been on base 2 of the 3 times he's been up. The pause and the 0-1 grounded toward short. Meyer will go his own way to second and force Lazar a 6 unassisted putout for the first out of the inning. A runner at first, 1 down for Drew Mitchell. 3-1 Decorah, bottom half of the 7th inning. Mitchell fouled out to left in the first, flied out to center in the third, reached on an error in the 5th, and Hogan starts him with a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Vikes trying to snap a 3-game losing streak and get win number 10 on the season. Hogan comes set, and the 0-1 offering, swinging a foul at the plate. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes on Drew Mitchell. 0-2 the count. Away from first is Sickman. Hogan comes set. The pause, the 0-2, curveball taken up. Hogan hung that one a bit, but it was out of the zone. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes the count in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. 1-2 the count in the pitch. Curveball grounded towards short. Charging there is Meyer. He'll go to Kanoki for the first out. Kanoki's throw to first is wild. Mitchell will make the turn. He's heading to second. Marlowe throws to second base. Mitchell is retired, and that's a Viking victory. So not exactly a tailor-made double play, but nonetheless, Decorah earns the victory.
You're right, Theo.
As Sickman was retired 4-6, Mitchell, after Kanoki's throw got away from Marlowe at first base, tried to move up to second base. Marlowe got to the ball quickly, threw to second, and retired Mitchell. And the side is out here in the 7th inning. 1 hit and nobody left in that 7th inning. Totals on the ball game: 3 runs on 5 hits. 4 errors, and 9 runners left on base for Decorah. 1 run on 5 hits, 6 errors, and 9 left for Charles City. Brandon Hogan, the winning pitcher, 2-3. The losing pitcher, Drew Mitchell, he is now 1-4. So the Vikings improved to 10-6 overall, 3-6 in conference play, or 10-7 overall and 3-6 in conference play. And the Comets dropped to 6-7 overall and 4-5 in conference play. That'll do it from Riceville this afternoon, but we'll have one more game for you on the airwaves this afternoon as Decorah softball will travel to Charles City. We'll make the trip down Highway 218 later on today, and we'll have that one for you at 7:15. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, the advertisers. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Viking fans, we know you enjoyed the outcomes. Vikings beat Charles City 3-1. Vikings softball at Charles City later on tonight at 7:15. And we will talk to you then. From Riceville, I'm Darren Swinson saying thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you later on tonight.